So ladies and gentlemen, there we have the aircraft, the Lancaster, being flown by Flight Lieutenant Tim Dunlop, who's known as Twig. 1936. Initially had about 1,000 horsepower, just over 1,000 horsepower in the front end with the Rolls-Royce Merlin, and the first stage of the development of the Spitfire was Mark V, which had a much more powerful engine, and was fitted with 2 cannons. This aircraft was built at Langley and was kept back by Wilson as a development aircraft. Be they gunners, bomb aimers, navigators, anything, and pilots, they all volunteered, so those were very brave men. The Lancaster was the development of the earlier Manchester, which it's fair to say wasn't one of the RAF's best aircraft. It was a twin-engine aircraft, short of fan wings, and those were designed solely for taking small hammers. It was also powered by 2 Rolls-Royce Bronson engines, which were notorious for doing that one thing you never want on an engine: they stop. Unfortunately, it had very, very limited single-engine capability, so certainly as it was over Germany with a bomb load and one engine went, the other engine served only really to get you to the scene of the crash. Somebody then had the bright idea of seeing what would happen if you put 4 Merlins on a Manchester. The result was this: one of the finest bombers of World War II. Here it comes down now over its last pass, the magnificent Avro Lancaster. So the Lancaster's just full fighters, they're just joining up for this last pass. So get your cameras ready for the Lancaster, the Spitfire and the Hurricane. This Lancaster, as I said, the last of, one of 2 airworthy Lancasters, the other one is in Canada. And this aircraft was got flying in 1968 at RAF Waddington by a good friend of mine, Dick Richardson, who used to run Popham Airfield. He was told, just get it flying, cheapies.
Lane's End, outside the Sandbranches arcade, or 5-day stand, Swanky Garage, Ford, all 4 dealerships here in Herne-Bay, down in Fulham. Also down that way, if you want to know what it's like to fly that area, you've got the Red Arrow simulator as well, that's down there, so you can
The voice there of Red One as he enters a right-hand turn. He calls the pilots into shuffle formation. You now see the 3 aircraft on each wing collapsing to form with the shape of the space shuttle. Going upside down now, everybody. The pilots come down to speak towards. They'll be watching you. Give them a big wave on the beach. 400 miles an hour, upside down, 2,500 feet. Those jets taking 6 feet away from each other. At the front of the right-hand wing of Shuffle. Tornado!
go. This is Swan. Another big wave, Herne-Bay. On the far right of that formation is Red 8. He's one of Stu Campbell. Stu is in his... Straight ahead, you'll see Red 9 approaching. Left and right again with the 6-row turn to get ready for the short jump, Herne-Bay. This year in honour of the aviation legend, these are the Winkle Rolls. Is Red 4, Wellington, Mike Fowler. Red 6 and 7 now roll upside down in close formation. 8 and 9 underneath them in mirror. Coming in from the left now with the smoke on. The inside pilots pitch to the outside in the rollback. Swing the jets out like a pendulum. Normally we fly our formations with the odd number pilots on the left, the even number pilots fly on the right. Flying the other way round. So 3 and 5 on the right, Reds 2 and 4 on the left. They want to switch back to their normal side though, so they do it like this. This is called the slalom. Tightening, says Red 1 as he pulls 4G with Enid on their normal sides now. Bit of should be some red smoke from Red 1, clearly on a non-smoking jet, so we'll call this with our solid fans. Now looking straight ahead. Reds 8 and 9 switch to coloured smoke. They start rolling. around 6 and 7. Get your cameras ready. The 6 go to perform their own rolls. 4, the Jippo break. Jippo pass. You've been watching the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows!
So they're pulling up in the Stearman. Army Air Force, primary trainer 17. And this is the same sort of job as the Tiger Box that was done in the RAF. Students their initial flying training. They would then progress from one of these. Don't they make a nice noise?
I lost the temper because I had like getting these trees down and something. I used to smoke all the time. People go 7 hours. So you can imagine these homes weren't homes, these are stately homes. These are huge, huge plastic cases. And on my way to work there, and I did a food vegetation. Ran up the tree, I think
Of course, both the Spitfire and the Hurricane, iconic aircraft. And you can even go in to have your photograph taken in one of these aircraft. One built in Canada. It was badly damaged in a mid-air collision at Royal Naval Air Station Yeovilton, and the airframe written off and placed in storage. It was recovered from crash site and in 1960 and passed Jim Pierce Insurance in September 1992. Jim is a real character within aviation preservation, having been one of the first people to pull historic aircraft out of Russia. There they go for the break. Despite going into spin as he got out of that dogfight, he then claimed being shot down at Dornier 215, which crashed at Ide Hill. He was up again later that day. His time was Spitfire Mark 9. I mentioned earlier on that regardless of what aircraft has Merlin in, they all seem to sound different. Hurricanes sound different to Spitfires. You can hear that as this one comes. This aircraft was built as an HF9. That stands for High Altitude Fighter. It then had a different engine, more tuned to upper altitude work. It was part of an order of 1,844 Spitfire Mark 9s that were built at the Castle Bromwich Aircraft Factory. In all, over 22,000 Spitfires were built. As I said earlier, they were in frontline RAF service on the first and last day of the war. Himself between shows, and he puts on a great display. So smoke on and be ready for Peter Davies in the Calidus Auto Gyro. Maneuverable. Here he is moving along just slightly sideways. Those those of you old enough, and I'm sure there's one or two of you, may remember 1967, the James Bond film You Only Live Twice, when James Bond flew Little Nelly, the armed auto-gyro, and he took out several helicopters over a fake volcano in Japan. Now, I've always wondered how anybody would actually get away with building a fake volcano. Surely somebody would have noticed, but still, far be it from me to question the script. But you turned up with this aircraft in a number of packing cases, and James Bond flew Little Nelly, an aircraft flown by one of the great characters in aviation, Wing Commander Ken Wallace, who had many records and really championed the role of the autogyro. And comfortable, and as you see, it is very manoeuvrable.
Oh my god! You put it in the
At this particular time, the Calidus was designed in Germany in 2009, and it has such wonderful things as cabin heat. Oh, you're spoiling the Ambassador. Fully adjustable pilot seat. Certified in the UK in January 2011. Over 1,000 of this make have been sold worldwide. Autogyros were invented by a Spaniard called Juan de Sierra in 1923. When you think that's only 20 years, the gyroplane display authorization in 1991. He's also now a display evaluator. He's displayed the aircraft at several major shows, including the Paris Airshow, Biggin Hill, Farnborough, Blackpool, Manchester, and of course,
Yeah, I did take my plant shoes just, and that was a shock.
during this display, people will be flying at anything between 0 and 120 miles an hour. And as I said earlier on, if you can see him waving with those gloves, of course he can see you. There's a great big canopy there. You can see his yellow flying helmet sticking up there.
The second one, the Honda Civic.
How have you got Honda Civic as well?
And the Calidus autogyro. Great rotor displays. There he is with the left glove, the red one being shown. He's on his way back to Maypole to take part in that great barbecue. Now we have a Paris notice. Once again, welcome to Radio Cabin 105 point. That Saunders Row was actually bought by Westland, so it became the Westland Watch. And it's based on the earlier Saunders Row Skeeter, so it's a piston engine helicopter. And the specification was an aircraft that was small enough to land on the deck of a frigate and carry a useful load of 2 homing torpedoes. Now the reason that it had that wheeled undercarriage. Well folks, the guys are in the door of the helicopter, they're waving for you. Look, you can see them. If you can see them, they can see you. Wave back. What totally brilliant chaps they are. Smoke goes on, you'll see that the girls are in the front. Hang on a minute. What? They're not in the front cockpit, they're standing on the wing. Look at it, the girls are waving there on the wing. Not only are they standing there waving on the wing, those pilots are turning them upside down. Already said 100 mile an hour winds, which requires a huge level of so nice to people. They have to play tape. Sad old commentators when they need trouble, but they work very, very hard. So here we are, we've got them back up the right way, standing up there, holding the leg up in the air, waving. Remember, they can